Welcome to Boardshop, surfboard review time. Please subscribe if you're watching on our YouTube channel and you'll see more of me. Today it's the Lib Tech Retro Fish, based on the round nose fish 96, which has been super successful. Lost have done another franchise of models over to Lib Tech to use their brilliant construction, and the Retro Fish is the most recent one. So let's have a little spin around it. As you can see, it's a fish, fishy shape, little wing tail into that swallow. Nice beaked nose, so smuggles a load of volume in up front to get you extra glide and extra paddle power. The rails are fairly pulled down for a board like this, as it carries a lot of foam through the middle of the board for a big sweet spot. So what you've got is the fish that generates a bit of speed, as fishes do, smuggles lots of volume to give you that glide and paddle power, early wave entry, but has got enough flip in the tail and this pivot point of this wing to keep it loose, fun and manoeuvrable. And you'll now spot that it's set up as a quad. On the underside, you've got a subtle single concave rolling into a deeper double concave about there, and that runs through the fins, and there's a little bit of V out through the tail to keep it loose and fun. So what they've done with the Retro Fish is create a board that will go in grovelly conditions, you know, knee to thigh high when it's mushy and junky, but still has a bit of performance fun if it gets up to shoulder head high and there's a bit of shape to the wave. The rocker through the tail, that little pulled in wing, and enough rocker at the front of the board to keep it from catching up on the rails when you're taking off, means that it can still trim in rubbishy waves, but if you get it in better waves, you've got enough manoeuvrability in the board and enough kind of sensitivity through the rails to get it moving up and down the wave. So it's a really good fun little option if you've got those little curved like beach breaky waves and you need to be trying to stay back in the pocket. The board will go rail to rail really smoothly and easily, and you can do that, but it's also got all that trim speed and glide to make it fun through the flatter or weaker sections of the wave. So it's a really nicely put together package. Now of course it's in the excellent Lib Tech construction, which as you know is darn difficult to ding, but there's been some updates recently. There's two new components which make the boards even lighter and stronger and keep the flex nice and even so they don't feel stiff. Eco Impacto 2 in the construction makes the board lighter, makes it even stronger, and the Eco Light glassing, same thing. It gives improved flex, which increases speed and sensitivity for the board when you're actually surfing. So if you're looking for a bulletproof little, you know, small to medium wave fun fish rail to rail surfing board, then the Retro Fish and the Lib Tech construction is a brilliant option. It's really good fun. And one thing about the Lib Tech construction, back in the day it was a bit heavier and it was a bit stiffer, and the guys have really worked on the dampening of the board so that they don't feel like that anymore. And what you do get, of course, is a board that's going to last you years and years. Now, selling surfboards, I don't like to hear that. I want you to change your board every 6 months if you can, but from an eco point of view and a longevity point of view, the Lib Tech construction really makes sense. As you can see, it's set up as a quad. There's numerous quad options that you can ride in the board, from Keely type things for more straight line speed and more of a trimmy feel. Put something a little bit more upright and a little bit narrow in the base if you want more manoeuvrability if you're surfing it in slightly better waves. But play around, find out what's best for you, and see which maximises your enjoyment. So if you're thinking of this kind of board, retro fishy type thing for small to medium waves, there's a few boards to have a look at on the market. There's the new Lost Pisces, there's the Feb's Fish from Channel Islands as well. They all have slightly different attributes to how they surf. You'll see that if you compare the volumes between the two, some pack a little bit more in. The Pisces is aiming for a little bit more performance, and they kind of fit together nicely. But the overriding factor for getting a Retro Fish in the Lib Tech construction is that indestructibility, is that durability, whilst not sacrificing the actual fun of surfing. So there it is, the Retro Fish from Lost and Lib Tech in the Lib Tech construction. If you'd like to see any other comparisons with other boards, just let us know. You can of course buy 0% finance, trade in old boards, no customs on Lib Techs for obvious reasons, all handmade in the States, so it's too much of a complicated business. But a great option as a fun board that will probably see you through 80% of the waves you're ever likely to surf. Thanks for watching.